on Sunday, October 13th, 2012, 3265 and 3642 are seen here outside of Fargo, making their way to Robertson. We're now back in Australia, and on Sunday, September 16, 2012, we arrive at Sydney Central Station to see 2705 in its new black livery and 3642 to make their way to Thirlmere to celebrate 50 years of the formation of the New South Wales Rail Transport Museum, which started in 1962. The two locomotives now depart Sydney Central Station have been making their way to Thirlmere. Aside from the Cadbury livery in June 2012, 2705 last time went on the main line to take the exhibits train back to Thirlmere with 3526 and some to the Sydney Olympic Park station. The 150th anniversary celebrations took place in 2005. At Kurrajard we see 3642 on the branch line between Thirlmere to Buxton, taking shuttle trips with booked passengers who had booked tickets for the day out with Thomas celebrations at Trainworks on Sunday, October 7, 2012. 3642 is dressed up as Henry, one of the characters from Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. Back at Thelmere, we see CPH Romance number 18, who dressed up as Toby for the day, taking passengers between Thelmere to the museum. Thelmere Station is renamed as Sodor Station for the event. .3642 arrives back at Thelmere and beginning ready for its next shuttle trip between Thelmere to Buxton and back. As the 36 class loco is awaiting its departure, CPH rail number 18 is now making its way back to Sodor Station. .3642 now departs Thelmere. The locomotive returns to Thelmere now, and be getting ready for its water break, and then take its final load of passengers to Buxton. Meanwhile in the background, children are having a look at Thomas the Tank Engine. Notice the whistle. .2705 is now seen on display at the museum platform, this time as Douglas. We leave Thelmere now, and we see 3642 at Coorajard. It is Saturday, October 13th, 2012, and 3265 from the Powerhouse Museum and 3642 from the New South Wales Rail Transport Museum are seen coming through East Hills, making their way to Robertson. Today is the Uniondale Robertson's 80th anniversary and the railway station's 10th anniversary of being a preserved group. The two locomotives are now seen outside of Bargo Station. We now come to Bowral. This is the locomotive's first stop. Bowral is home of the Bradman Museum, dedicated to Australia's famous cricketer Don Bradman. After dropping off passengers, the two locomotives now make their way to Robertson. The two locomotives now pull into Robertson. The two locomotives will get ready for their return journey to Mossvale, ready for their return journey to Picton. 44211, one of the Rail Transport Museum's vintage diesels, will take over the train from Picton to Sydney. Nearing the end of the day, 3265 now leads the train to Moss Vale. The two engines now arrive at Moss Vale. (3265) now uncouples from the rear of the train and beginning rate to be coupled in front of 3642. With the passengers on board, the two locomotives will now make their way to Picton. After from being decoupled from the train, 3265 and 3642 now make their way to Thirlmere. And so the Jumbo, 44211, is now making its way back to Sydney.